Nigeria Info.
There's a reason why over 1 million people tune in Hard Facts every day. We discuss in-depth stories with sources behind the facts.
The Lagos State High Court has convicted, suspended the Chicago certificate story. It's never going away, is it? Show with stories for the day.
You hear diverse voices and opinions.
And she was meeting her friend with her husband, knowing that.
You should not feel happy because there is nothing to happy about.
It's quite pathetic the way the country is going.
We distinguish each story accurately with analysis.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on Hard Facts. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station. We're broadcasting live from our audiovisual studios right here in Itimi and Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. This is Hard Facts. And I'm Maryann Okon. 5 minutes gone past the 5 o'clock hour. Why am I running faster than my shadow? Anyway, I did make a promise that we're going to be visiting the Edo State issue. For those of you who do not know, it's been a tense few weeks in Edo State, if you ask me. From courtroom battles over the governorship elections to the disturbing lynching in Uromi and a new brewing crisis over local government control. The political temperature is rising indeed. The APC actually has been saying that the people have spoken through the ballot. The PDP, on the other hand, says the election was rigged and they're heading to the appeal court. Meanwhile, both parties are pointing fingers over the Uromi tragedy, each accusing the other of fueling violence. And in the middle of it all, questions linger. Who truly controls the grassroots? What role is the politics playing in security breakdown in Uromi? And of course, are Edo politicians more focused on power than the people? These questions will be answered by my guests. Joining me live via Zoom, I have a former governorship candidate and a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress. Joining us here, he is Kassim Afegbua. For those of us who do not know Mr. Afegbua, he is a former spokesperson. I think he still is a spokesperson for former military president Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Mr. Afegbua, thank you so much for joining us. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you loud.
Oh my goodness, your internet is a bit wonky, but thank you for joining us. Also joining us live via Zoom is Barrister Ilemona Onoja. He is Deputy Director, Strategic Communications, Asue Ogie campaign organization, and that's of the People's Democratic Party. Thank you so much for joining us, Ilemona.
Thank you very much for having me, Maryann.
Great. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
And I must say hello to my learned, my respected older brother, Dr. Kassim Afegbua. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's a pleasure to see you.
Gentlemen, now that we're all friendly with each other and we are acclimatized, let's get into the conversation. I've spoken about this. I've followed the Edo State elections before it even started, the campaigns. Mr. Afegbua, you've been here on the Morning Crossfire talking about the elections with Kofi battles. And I have spoken with several governorship candidates before the elections and then, of course, after. But I want to start with the PDP and then I'll come to you, Mr. Afegbua. I'll start with you, Ilemona. Your party actually recently challenged Monday Kwebolo's victory in court, as we all know, and lost at the tribunal. Now you're heading to the appeal court. What gives you the confidence that the outcome can still be overturned? And do you believe that the tribunal ruling was biased or flawed in any way?
Thank you very much for the questions. Our predication for the decision to appeal is very simple. We believe not only do we believe, the law agrees with us, as stated in our law books and as upheld in the courts in a plethora of decisions, that one, the election was won by the PDP candidate, Dr. Asue. Two, that the decision of the court of the Election Petition Tribunal in Edo State, as led by Justice Nnamdi Ochi, was flawed. It had no basis and no merit in law. And in fact, when they reached their decisions, their lordships, the three justices on the panel, reveal an avid lack of understanding of the petition on the one hand, or two, a potential proclivity towards mischief, or was still a combination of both those factors. It is our commonly held belief that they descended into the arena and constituted themselves to be the first respondents in the petition, leading them to reach a predetermined conclusion and then walk themselves back to the questions. It was a judgment that we believe that would be overturned in an appeal, and we're prepared to go all the way to the Supreme Court to achieve that objective.
Mr. Afegbua, I see that you're smiling. Your candidate, Monday Pueblo, was declared winner and the tribunal upheld it. But the PDP, as you have heard, are insisting that the election was rigged. How do you respond to these accusations?
Thank you very much, my sister, for the opportunity of this discussion. You know, when opposition wins an election, INEC is a fantastic electoral. When they lose the election, INEC must be their head must be chopped off.
Mr. Afegbua, I'm so sorry. We can barely hear you. I think that it's your connection. Maybe we should try again.
You can't hear me?
Well, we can hear you, but your line is breaking, and so we can barely hear, the words that you're putting together. I don't know if we can let you. Is it possible? Is it possible for you to leave the meeting and join the meeting again? Maybe it'll be clearer. I don't know, because it's breaking and we can't hear. Yes. All right, just help us quickly, exit and then come back in. Maybe it'll be clearer. In case you just
use the opportunity.
Just hold on. Just hold on. In case you're just joining us, we're live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. If you have the Nigeria Info FM mobile application, it's www.nigeriainfo.fm on our website. To be part of the conversation, go on our live stream and post your comments. We're talking about what's been happening in Edo State. Of course, the recent tribunal judgment in favor of Governor Monday Pueblo. And of course, the next move that the PDP has, I still have on our Zoom here, Ilemona Onoja, who is speaking for the People's Democratic Party. Kassim Afegbua is going to join us again because his connection is giving him a little bit of problems, and us too, so we're unable to hear him. But Ilemona, you wanted to say something quickly.
I'm going to quickly jump into it and explain for the people who are hearing. Because my respected older brother, Dr. Afegbua, was immediately beginning to make that allusion that when results are declared and somebody loses, the common perception is that they will shout from the rooftops that, they lost, INEC is an empire, INEC did this and that and the other. In this case, that's not what's happening here. Our petition is grounded on three foundations, right? One of the strongest pieces of those foundations, and I'll just quickly call those foundations for you. One, overvoting. We allege that there was overvoting in the elections. Okay. Two, we allege that there was an irregular collation of results on the part of INEC. And then three, we allege that there was a failure to record, to do the serialization and pre-election activities.
We've lost your audio, Ilemona. Ilemona, you need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Ilemona, we can't hear you. You are muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Our election petition is predicated on two very key grounds. One, the failure to comply with election laws provided for by Section 73, subsection 2, that on a form called the EC25B, it's a reverse logistics form, that the materials used for an election must be recorded. You know, when we hear before an election, the night before an election, we hear that sensitive materials have been dispersed. At the point of distributing and dispersing sensitive materials, by law, and upheld by the Supreme Court, by law, everybody is supposed to, INEC, in this case, is supposed to record the serial numbers of ballot papers, the total numbers of ballot papers sent per polling unit, the serial numbers of result sheets, the total numbers of result sheets, the serial numbers and descriptions of BVAS materials, and such other materials used for the purposes of this for the election. A failure to do this simple exercise has been upheld by our Supreme Court as being capable or as required to validate the election, failing which, if you do not conduct this exercise, that election is invalid ab initio.
All right, we have Mr. Afegbua back with us.
Can I finish this point and then I'll
quickly, because we need to take Mr. Afegbua's point quickly.
We come to, this is a strict liability offense. It's a strict liability provision upheld by the Constitution. We have pointed out and said in 320 polling units, this was not done. Ab initio, without more, it goes to say that all the election results declared in these places must, by the provision of law and nothing else, be nullified.
Okay.
It's very simple, very straightforward. This is one of the legs of our petition. And like I said, it's strict liability. The Supreme Court has, in a plethora of cases, upheld it to be strict liability. Non-compliance with this renders that the elections held there. It does not say that you will hold by elections.
Let's allow Mr. Afegbua to respond. You know, he had to take a quick exit and come back in. Mr. Afegbua, you're upside down, by the way. I think you should just rotate your camera to normal because you're upside down. Yes, that's perfect. No. It's not rotating, so just leave it in the middle. Go back. Yes, and leave it that way. Perfect. Mr. Afegbua, I need for you to respond to my earlier questions and, of course, what Ilemona is saying. You need to unmute yourself too. Yes, now you're unmuted. Go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I didn't get some of what I was saying.
Oh my goodness.
But I think it's the same.
Your connection is not friendly with you, Mr. Afegbua. Do you mind if I call you via telephone? Your connection is not favorable. It's not letting us hear you.
Okay, call me by telephone. I don't mind.
All right, let me call you by telephone because I think that would work better. All right. I think that would work for us. No. I'm calling him now. I'm calling him now so that he can actually, so that we don't take up all his time. Let Mr. Afegbua join us. Mr. Afegbua, go ahead. And your video can still be on while you're talking to us. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Perfectly. We can hear you now. Go ahead.
I said I didn't hear the substantial part of what Ilemona was saying, but I think it's the same dirty crap that the PDP has been talking about since the election. I think I want to give a very passionate advert that those who that there will always be a winner and there will be a loser. And at the end of the day, they will try to exhibit that spirit of sportsmanship that will make the state move forward. If it is not their turn today, it will be their turn tomorrow. The PDP went to the tribunal and they lamented so much about what they call fraudulent election, irregularity, overvoting, and several other complaints. But they ended up those complaints without speaking to those fundamental issues, using point of law to explain their position. You cannot lump everything on the tribunal and you want the tribunal to begin to look for a particular password to unlock all the complaints you are putting forward. The fact must be stated that elections took place. They said 320 polling units were affected. In another bill, they said 765. But in all of this, they didn't advance witnesses at the polling unit level to contradict or substantiate the position they have taken. What of if they generate false figures? What will happen? So what we are saying is that you promised you were going to present 92 witnesses. You brought 19. Out of the 19, only 5 were polling unit agents. Those are the people that will validly speak to the issue of overvoting, non-compliance to electoral law, or otherwise. So they cannot expect the tribunal to argue their case for them. They were lazy, uninitiated, uncreative, and they ended up putting the blame on the tribunal without them taking time to speak to the issues. If you look at Tinubu Atiku, it was the same issue. You complain of this, you complain of that, but there are no witnesses to substantiate. You talk about beavers. Beavers is an electronic device. You didn't bring anybody to unlock what is inside beaver. And you want the justices of the tribunal to unlock the beavers for you. And you are saying this is what the law says. For God's sake, our lawyers were very profound. They argue our cases based on the fact that we were the victors of the election. And their lawyers were busy entertaining the tribunal, and they ended up getting what we actually deserve.
Okay. Ilemona, I see you itching to respond.
Very quickly.
The allegation is that you presented 19 as opposed to 91. You didn't make a case. You were expecting that the justice would unlock the beavers. I heard
to my respected elder, this is the PDP's petition. I don't necessarily blame him. Of course, I say this very respectfully. The way of Nigerian politics is, even where there is injustice, the people who benefit from the injustice, rather than, and it can be rather hurtful when certain people do so. But people who benefit from injustice, rather than quietly go away with the spoils of their benefit, will seek to press it down and to gloat and to use highfalutin words like he has just used. And I say this most respectfully, because it makes no sense to me to say that I am arguing about law, I'm speaking about law, while speaking, or to say so derogatorily that I am speaking about law, while speaking about a matter that was in a courtroom. It was a matter of law. A court is a court of laws. So naturally, I should be speaking about what the law says. Naturally, by default. And what does the law say here regarding the issues of bringing materials to court and tendering them in evidence? The materials brought are protected by Section 137 of the Constitution of the Electoral Act. And it says, if you bring materials, if you bring evidence, documents that are certified true copies, you do not need to bring any oral evidence in furtherance of the evidence that you've brought, or the documents that you've brought. Why? It means that if an official body has certified the document as a true copy, the official body is saying there's no need to prove it. It is us that have given this document. So you bring result sheets from collation centers and you say These are the results given to us by INEC, certified for us by INEC. You cannot tell me that I'm being lazy if I have complied with the law. You simply cannot do so. If you do so, I'm sorry, you don't show an understanding of the electoral process. Furthermore, what has really happened here, and I need people to understand it, we are not alleging that the election was rigged at the polling unit level. So because of that, we do not need to call witnesses at the polling unit level. We are alleging. Let me finish. We are alleging.
But just for clarity, did the PDP say that they were going to present 91 witnesses? 92 witnesses and presented 19.
That is neither here nor there. That is neither here nor there. It is the same way the APC gave a long list of witnesses and called one or two, saw that the one or two witnesses were damaging their cases and quickly ran away. It is neither here nor there. A list of witnesses is, I may potentially call all 92. However, if I feel that one has proven my case, so be it. There's no need to call all 92. That is tried law. It is elementary school law. But my learned senior brother is not a lawyer, so I will not go further on that. What I will say, though, you asked me a question.
In 20 seconds, because we have to go on a break.
You interrupted.
20 seconds, we have to go on a break. 20 seconds.
The PDP is saying, if you follow the results given to us by INEC and verified by INEC that are still on the IRES portal till today, that if you follow those results, one candidate, Dr. Asue Ighodalo, won by more than 32,000 votes.
We'll be right back after this break, Lagos. Stay with us.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
The people of Israel welcome its king, his followers ready for revolution.
Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees! Rome will descend on us all!
The rebellion is in the air, but Jesus turns the tables.
My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of thieves!
The Chosen Season 5, Last Supper, showing in cinemas this April. Follow at The Chosen TV NG on Instagram and visit thechosentvng.com for exclusive updates.
Happiness for everyone is when you cook with Onga. The aroma and taste, it is sweet my belly.
Onga for ogbonge taste and aroma.
Mr. As my guy don't win, me say don't ginger, no dollar. We did jolly just come welcome offer. Download BetKing app and register today using the promo code FREEBETS to enjoy your 100 Naira instant sign-up bonus and other exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Now so I did on my own. Now a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click Fiam. Now so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say you they use Airtel spam alert service, then for first alert you before you click Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you know for Mugu for Wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me self they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine. What is the square root of pi by 4?
4.0.
Wow, that's my girl. The Cowbellpedia Mega Minds is here. Don't miss a single moment of the action in the Cowbellpedia Mega Minds 2025 edition.
Over the 14 weeks, viewers also stand a chance to win prizes when they participate from home.
Tune in to Cowbellpedia Mega Minds on Africa Magic or visit our website at cowbellpedia.tv to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Cowbell. So good, so smart.
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Jane, 25 years old. She's been having troubles acquiring a loan from her bank.
This is not okay at all. I've been on this queue forever, and you're saying I should fill another form. What's going on?
What can your bank do for you?
Meet Frank, 27 years old, held up in traffic and making fruitless transactions.
Mama, I have saved the airtime, even the electricity charges. I don't know why it's so difficult making this payment.
Introducing Sufri, a lifestyle digital bank that's designed just for you. With one click, you can make easy and fast payment transactions, pay bills, and even acquire easy loans. Hurry and download the Sufri app on your Play Store. Visit sufrisufri.com for more information. Sufri, borderless banking.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Step right up. It's time for more. Register now and take your stand. Your time to shine is now at hand.
Registration is ongoing on www.nigeriainfo.fm.
And Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Yellow Lagos. Finally, MTN Champs is here at the center of excellence for Season 3. Be there live as we discover the next generation of Nigerian athletic superstars at the University of Lagos and Yaba Tech Sports Complex. Come with your family and friends for an amazing experience from the 9th to 12th April. Visit mtnchamps.com for more information.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Millions of listeners trust us on HadFact. Whether it's politics, social issues, controversies, and trending stories. You know we're credible and objective.
It's Hard Facts with Maryann Okon on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
It's still Hard Facts, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're still in Edo State talking about the recent political developments there. Joining us via telephone is Kassim Afegbua. He is an APC chieftain in Edo State. Also joining us via Zoom is Ilemona Onoja. He is, of course, part of the campaign team for the PDP governorship aspirant, Asue Igodalo. Ilemona, thank you for joining us. Mr. Afegbua, thank you for staying on the line. Before we went on that break, Ilemona, you were responding, obviously, to Mr. Afegbua's claims. But quickly, let's talk about the political wranglings in the state. I mean, of course, you guys are in court. Edo people are saying, look, we need to be united. Citizens have expressed frustration about the post-election tension. And I want to start with the APC because you're in power before we delve into other issues. What steps are the APC taking to unify the state after this victory of yours? We saw the celebration on video. The PDP is still saying, well, we're going to the appeal court because what we got at the tribunal is not enough, which Ilemona is continuing to emphasize that the law is the law. What are you doing back home to calm frayed nerves?
The unfortunate thing is that Ilemona should have been one of the lawyers representing Asue at the tribunal, or should have been a backroom staff to guide them. Because if what we saw during the proceedings of the tribunal is what Ilemona is relying on for the justices of the tribunal to grant them their release, that is quite unfortunate. Because, like I said, elections have come and gone. People must learn to play the spirit or to exhibit the spirit of sportsmanship. It is not all the time that you must win. And if you look at the factors leading to the election proper, PDP in Edo was factionalized into 3 different camps. And you don't expect such a disunited political party to come to the elections. Pasaki was quarreling with virtually everybody. There is an Ogie legacy group. There is this, there is that. Even the candidate, Asue attested to the fact that the PDP was factionalized into 4. He gave one to the former deputy governor, Philip Shuaibu, one to Dan Obi, the vice chairman, south of the PDP, Governor Pasaki on the other hand, and the new and the old PDP on the other hand. You see, there were quite a number of different political camps within the PDP. Under such an atmosphere, there is no way they can go into the election with a unanimity of purpose. So Edo people truly voted APC without let or hindrance. And let me shock Ilemona. After the election, the PDP wrote formally to INEC requesting INEC to do a review of the election in line with the provisions of the Electoral Act. What was the content of that letter? They said even in their own situation room, APC won by the records of their own proceeding with 4,963 votes. They were quarreling with the fact that INEC gave us, or INEC recorded 40-something thousand difference. But they are saying that 4,963 was actually the margin of lead. Now, whether it is 1 vote, whether it is 2 votes, INEC, APC won the election. That is attested to by the results from the situation room of the PDP. This is not my own. It was a letter signed and sent to INEC by Afegbua, the chairman of the party in the state. So as a party, we expected the PDP, to respect the fact that they had problems before the election and they couldn't have won that election anyway. And now that we have formed government, we are working very well.
What do you mean by they couldn't have won the elections?
They could not have won because
why?
You see why? I've just told you that a party that was factionalized into 4 places cannot approach the election with a unanimity of purpose. It's not possible. We have been in politics for a long time. So when you have this group, that group, all of their fashion, you have Philip Shuaibu fashion, you have the Dan Obi fashion, you have the legacy fashion, and all of that. They couldn't have. So now we have won the election. And even that is attested to by their own records from their situation. They should join hands with us to move Edo forward. We have seen the underbelly of Obaseki's 8 years misrule. I was a member of the Asset Verification Committee. I was a member of the Transition Committee. We have seen all the rottenness in the state, in the area of education, in the area of health. Okay. They ran the state like a private limited company, using consultants everywhere, and they're killing the civil service of the state. We have since moved on. We are trying to recover the state. You can see the level of tranquility and the serenity in the political equation and temperature in the state. The Oba of Benin is happy, is excited. We have restored glory to the international institution. All the kings in Edo State, they are happy with us. So PDP, please stop distracting us.
Okay.
We don't need all these.
Let's allow Ilemona to respond because I quickly want to come back to you on the Uromi lynching. Ilemona. Ilemona, I think that you are muted. Okay, no, you're not. Go ahead.
Okay, so the things that that Dr. Afegbua has just said, go to no issue. Absolutely no issue. There's only one consideration when you go to an election. What is the mindset of the people who actually go out to cast their votes? It is only them that matter. Whether there is any factionalization, disagreement within a political party, this, that, and the other, it goes to no issue. If people decide that, look, this person is a member of a political party where the household of every leader in that political party is a faction of the political party, or will vote for the candidate all the same, so be it. It's really simple, it's really straightforward. So That goes to no issue, which is the reason why PDP is saying there's nothing that exists from the day one. We've always said the same thing that we said in court, same thing I'm saying here, that one, you simply did not collate your results properly. If you collate the results properly, according to the way it is on IREV, there's only one winner of this election. Everything else goes to no issue. Our allegation is very simple.
But his allegation is that your party wrote a letter to INEC, and I really want you to debunk that.
This is unsubstantiated. It is unsubstantiated. I debunk it immediately without any recourse to anything. It's unsubstantiated. Our position has been this. It is this, and I'll break it down for you. INEC became a party in the election. How do I say so? They printed 2 sets of result sheets. If you go and check on IREV, and I have shown you evidence of that, I have sent to you personally, and I will ask you to share with the public because it's a public document. These are certified true copies. They are on INEC's portal today as we speak, where if you go to one polling unit, the same results signed by polling station agents, the same serial numbers, the same thing that is in the possession of PDP, given to us as certified true copies by INEC, that is on IREF as I speak to you right now, then INEC used a different set of results, not signed by PDP or party agents, including agents of the APC, that the handwriting we verified was done by one person. We took that to South Africa. The person that the Mandela Foundation uses to verify his signatures, verified that it is one person who wrote those results. We verified it. And then we're saying, hold on, the position of the law is that if you have 2 cases where there are conflicting results, you will use IREV as one of the tools to determine which is right and which is wrong. Simply go back to your IREV, verify. Why do we have a result where in our possession and on IREV, APC scored 10 votes in a polling unit, but INEC manufactured, produced on behalf of the APC a result where they will score 510 votes in that same polling unit? Simply go to your verified sources, IREV, or the CTCs of the documents that were given to us. Anybody who says that the PDP alleges anything else, similar to their justices, to their Lord Justices of the Election Petition Tribunal, show an avid lack of understanding of what the petition was about. And it is very simple. Go back, we're saying, we're not even going to say that the election was rigged at the polling station level. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that according to your results, in the ward level, in the local government level, simply do plus or minus. We know that if you do that plus or minus, what you will see is that there will be a deduction of more than 40,000 votes on behalf of the APC, and there will be an addition of more than 90,000 or more than 9,000 votes on behalf of the PDP. And when you do this plus and minus, you will see that PDP won the election by more than 30,000 votes. And then if you go into the issue of governance and everything, we have seen the actual maladministration and misgovernance. From the lions and tigers, the dogs that they empowered to become revenue collectors and generators who go around beating people and only recently killed a young child, to all sorts of angst that we're seeing, I mean, which culminated in it's just shoddy all round. A governor who you became governor. You said, oh, you have removed the local government chairman. Even the AGF, who is a member of your political party, says, no, your position is invalid. It is illegal. You then attempt to use the same lions and tigers and other thugs to remove them from office. You fail. And then you are looking for all sorts of... The man by himself has created an atmosphere of insecurity. I mean, during the campaign, he did promise that he would give people insecurity. And he's delivering on that promise. And he has generated in the state that was previously known for peace and tranquility. He's generating, by his failure, by his incompetence, by his lack of preparation, by his lack of knowledge, he's just causing problems for the peace-loving people.
Talking about safety and security in Edo State, I want to play a clip. Mr. Afegbua, I'm going to come back to you, please. Just a few seconds. I want to play a clip from the APC spokesperson in Edo State, who alleged apparently that the PDP is behind the lynching in Uromi. I want to quickly play that video, and then of course I will take both your reactions, because this is an allegation against the People's Democratic Party, and Mr. Afegbua, I would also like for you to speak on that. But quickly, let's take a listen to that clip.
Their sinister objective is clear. They want to force President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Edo State because they have no confidence in securing victory at the Edo Election Petition Tribunal. In their desperation, they have resorted to acts of sabotage, hoping to manipulate public perception and judicial settlement in their favor. As part of their plan, they have enlisted disbanded members of the Edo State Security Network to orchestrate acts of violence, as seen in Uromi, Eastern Northeast Local Government Area. Their aim was firstly implicate Edo State government in their disruption, creating a narrative that foster chaos and sympathy for their failed cause. They are also exploiting the composition of the tribunal, where 2 of the 3 judges are from the north, hoping to sway their ruling through deceit and unrest.
All right, so that is the spokesperson of the APC in Edo. I'll let me release.
He's not
Of the APC, lovely. But it's your accusation, and I like to respond. APC, it does have evidence. Actually, court.
Let's come on place of Ilemona. With due responsibility, I'm a stakeholder in a party. I'm part of the power process. Ilemona. So if he's delving into hearsay evidence, like they did in the tribunal, quite unfortunate. The governor, when he was campaigning, promised Edo people E-security. That's technology-driven security, not insecurity. You see, they try to model up everything, manipulate the whole process just to cause confusion during the election. They were using AI because their candidate is Asue, and they said they are bringing AI to change the narrative. But it didn't work. He promised e-security, and as we speak now, he has given out over 60 HELOCs to the task force that he set up, comprising the military, the police, and civil defense. And security in Edo has improved better than what we met. But for this Uromi crisis, Uromi exercise, you won't be hearing issues of insecurity and all of that. But that is by the way. I'm not going to play politics with the lives of people who have been killed and all that. But we know that in the build-up to the election, former Governor Obaseki did promise that his lions and tigers will be unleashed on the Edo populace, and that he is going to burn down Nigeria if anybody tries anything to arrest them. It's on record, it's on tape, and they can't deny that. So when the election was a few weeks to the time, the Inspector General of Police proscribed the Edo Security Network, which they had already armed, to cause mayhem. And at the end of the day, because they couldn't carry out the nefarious activities they intended to carry out, they now ended up leaving those arms and ammunition in the hands of those thugs and their tigers and their hyenas and their lions. And today, they are the one carrying out kidnapping and what have you in Edo State, all those thugs. The people who killed Inspector Akko, who was the security aide to Mondo Pabolo, the governor now, have not been apprehended up to now, even when
so I want to ask the direct question again because of time, Mr. Afegbua.
Yes.
Does the APC have evidence that the PDP orchestrated the Uromi killings? Does the APC is the APC also saying that these things that the Uromi people have been complaining about, herders killing their people, a certain king, was captured on video saying that he himself had been kidnapped by these so-called herders, and he had to, bail himself out. He had to look for money to bail himself out. So again, does the APC have evidence to back this claim? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is an allegation that's hefty, and if you have claims, then the PDP has to be, or the members of the PDP in your state have to be persecuted or prosecuted.
Of course, investigations are ongoing; they are not concluded yet.
But do you have evidence?
So we don't make statements. We don't make bogus statements if there are no link to those talks and hyenas and tigers that the PDP, that the PDP put on display during the elections. Because Governor Baseki categorically stated that if his hyenas, tigers, and if they are disrupted or arrested, that Nigeria will burn. And he said that categorically. So investigation to the Uromi crisis is ongoing. It's possible they've gotten links with some of the PDP, what would I call them? I call them PDP assassins.
You're saying it's possible. You're not certain. You're saying it's possible.
Listen, they killed. We saw them when they killed Akko, security aide of the governor. Now, nothing was done. The people we petitioned them with listed names, over 15 names. Up to today, they have been running helter-skelter.
Okay.
They are neither here nor
because
there.
of time, I'm so sorry. Because of time, I'm just going to give Ilemona just 1 minute because I want to bring the callers who want to call in, and we have just 4 minutes on the clock. Ilemona, you have 60 seconds, please.
Told you no. He says the possibility. It doesn't exist. There's no evidence to this. If there was evidence, Dr. Afegbua would have told you directly yes. Instead, he prevaricates and then, beats around the bush and is unable to say. Why is he doing that? Simply because the evidence doesn't exist. What there is evidence of, though, is an ongoing failure of the person who said he was going to provide insecurity to secure the people. And again, he didn't say e-security. He said insecurity. We all heard him. We all heard him say what he said. We all heard him say what he said. It is. I listened to you, Dr. Afegbua. Could you please? Thank you. What I am now saying to you is, again, simple thing, our petition, simple thing. Let us go back to where we started. And what you're seeing, why we won this election is because of what you're seeing. The Edo people were very well aware that this was going to happen. That if they elected Monday or Pebulu, they will suffer very negative, very dire consequences that have the potential for impact on the people's lives. They saw known thugs and cultists pledge allegiance to the APC in Edo State. They saw those known thugs and cultists be appointed as revenue generators and collectors in Edo State. They saw those known thugs and cultists perpetrate their activities where they've beaten people up, they've been violent, leading to the killing of a child not very long ago. This big bats and this pointing hands and everything. What a proper, responsible governor would have done is that he would have...
Because I do not have time, gentlemen, I have just 3 minutes and I want to quickly get my callers into the conversation. Lagos, you can join the conversation. You can post your comments on our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. We have very little time, 30 seconds. Please go straight to the point. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Hello.
It's just a pity, Mrs. Oboli calling from Ikorodu. It's just a pity that the fracas between the APC and the PDP now is not even geared towards the interests of the good people of Edo State. But these politicians are only looking towards their own selfish interests. Now, I understand the fact that he who must allege with proof. But I put it to you, Maryann, that even if the PDP brings all the evidence in this world, the APC is strutting around like a poor peacock. We still allege that they did not bring their proofs enough. But one day, they will have a bitter pill to swallow, the same way they are dishing it out now.
All right,
Please,
thank you very much for calling.
A good life, period.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hard Fact.
Good evening. This is Emmanuel on the line.
30 seconds.
Please, give them more time now. Please, give them more time. This talk is going interested.
You don't have too much time, so go straight to the point. 30 seconds is all you have. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts. Turn off your radio.
Good afternoon or good evening. Yeah. In fact, I am ashamed of that APC chairman there. How did we get to this level that you cannot say the truth any longer? That's the whole of the thing that man is saying there. In fact, it's regrettable.
Are you from Edo State? Do you have evidence that what he's saying is not right?
Okay. Is it the PDP that orchestrated the killing of the Fulanis in Plateau? What is that man talking about?
Okay.
You should go and sit down.
All right, take it easy. 0201-277-0993. 30 seconds is all you have. I can take 2 more calls before we wrap things up. Hello.
Evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from? 30 seconds.
You're on to apologize from Agbarazi. That APC, representative, so to speak, I'm really ashamed, you understand, about what he's saying. Telling us that PDP, are you telling us that PDP is just Benny and the likes are the one causing insecurity? Huh? I don't tell you they are the one, PDP are the one causing insecurity, Benny and the likes. It's quite unfortunate that our governor is just a puppet, so to speak, of APC. He has no say. You understand? So they are Shomola and the likes are just using him.
All right, thank you very much. 30 seconds.
I'm from Eastern land where, insecurity are there. He does not even know what to say. They are just blabbing there. That man is
all right, take it easy. Don't be rude to our guests. Thank you. One last call and then we're leaving. Hello.
Evening, Maryann.
Yes, straight to the point.
Straight to the point. My first comment, I am the commander-in-chief. I will make sure I deliver Edo State, to APC. According to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What these people are doing to this country, they should be doing and smiling. There is record. Thank you and good evening.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Gentlemen, I want to say thank you. Our time is up. I have to go. Ilemona, Onoja, Kassim, Afegbua, thank you so much for coming. I wish we had all the time in the world to continue to, break down this conversation, but we'll bring you back sometime soon. Thank you once again for coming on the show.
Tell them to stop wasting their money.
Moms, dads, guardians. What if I told you the next
99.3 Nigeria Info? We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.